Well, ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing on this fine morning? Mm-mm-mm. From the people who brought you the teas from the LGB before there were teas, well, the prevalence, ladies and gentlemen, they're trying to introduce something else, and I'm not even going to say it. All I'm going to say is everybody who opposed certain things, everything that these people said, you just have proven them 100,000% correct.
I work with IPCE. If you don't know, that's International Pedophile and Child Emancipation. And our goal is to abolish the stigmatization of people with pedophilic sexual interests and normalizing the potential role in moderating pedophiles' emotional well-being. I know that's a mouthful.
Wait, before we get any further,
what are we saying right now?
Yeah, this sounds disgusting. Are you saying you're a pedophile?
No, I'm not saying that I'm a pedophile in the sense that I've never had sexual relations with a person underage.
But you're saying we should accept
because
pedophiles?
That's illegal. Well, I just don't believe we should be shunning those in our community that have desires to engage in a romantic relationship with someone in a drastically different age group.
So you're saying you support pedophiles?
I'm saying I support love.
Okay.
And just because America views ages like 18 as some sort of imaginary bar or a line in the sand for humans to engage in romantic relationships doesn't mean it's right.
So you don't see anything wrong with a 20-year-old dating a 12-year-old?
That's not what I'm saying. But listen, in Nigeria, the age of consent is 11. It's 14 in other countries like Brazil, Colombia. If we're taking if we're taking a month as a country to showcase our pride for other communities of sexual exploration, then I think we should add the letter P, which is just as important as the L, G, B, and T.
Oh my.
Yeah, no. And you know what? Absolutely not. And I just wanted to let that whole thing play the whole way through because you need to listen at who is speaking on this madness, right? That was a woman speaking to what do you even say to that? I've never done it, but in other countries, well, that's nice. That's what they do in other countries. Maybe those people should go venture off into these countries where they turn a blind eye to you doing those sort of things. I'm not talking about other people's countries. I'm not talking about other people's cultures. But what I am going to say here is just because it's legal somewhere else doesn't mean that it's still morally right. Okay? This is exactly the quagmire that we have put ourselves into because of women like this who want to believe in love and they're so empathetic. It's not even about them. It's about feeling important. So you attach yourselves to these wild ass ideas, right? This is nonsense. This is madness. You're going to attach yourself and start advocating for people who are, that is a sickness. I will say, yeah, that's a sickness. However, it doesn't mean that you let that proliferate any further. That is absolutely diabolical, but this is where we are. This is why nobody's illegal on stolen land. It is the modern Western woman who wants to be at the forefront of everybody else's suffering Meanwhile, they create more victims than they actually help. This right here, right? And if you start to go back through some of those T's and you start seeing the detransitioner files, they don't want to talk about that. You altered people's whole lives because you wanted to go along, get along. These people are having real issues. But what we're not going to do is we are not going to start allowing, hear me out, people, we are never going to allow people who are sick, that's what that is, that's a sick, big sick, you being attracted to minors, children, whatever, just call, oh, well, it's like an age gap relationship. No, the fuck it's not. It's not even close. Right? It isn't. And I think that this is a very dangerous slope. The slope is here. I remember when they tried this like 10 years ago. 10 years later, they're going to try it again. And then 10 years after that, it's like every decade they keep trying to do something. And you know what? I don't think they can, because of the proliferation of the internet and where it currently is. I don't think that rolling out a program like how they did in 2012 with I Am Jazz, I don't think that it's going to work this time. We don't care that you are attracted to children. We just want you to stay the fuck away and leave these goddamn kids alone. Because if that's the case, why the fuck is everybody so interested in these motherfucking Epstein files? Huh? Like these people, they're sick. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This really turned my whole damn stomach. I can't believe this. Guys, it doesn't matter which way you lean, left, right, center. The one thing that everybody should be good on, the one thing that everybody should be able to agree on, is that we need to leave these goddamn kids alone. Let kids be kids, right? My God in heaven. Ladies and gents, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Pay attention to what it is that you think you're supporting before you go ahead and jump off a cliff like this bitch. Peace.